High at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Of Super Bowl 48, the Seahawks and Broncos are underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend. Not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that in there.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar.
Big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Locke eluding the pressure right. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Locke again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jordan Brooks drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
23 yards, the final tally.
At the 1-yard line.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Seahawks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
on 3rd down, Carson, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He tackled at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Seattle.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson looking for the tight end Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Block working out of the gun. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch 36 tonight. Coming to you. Listen. Go, guys,
Here's Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Chris Carson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
For Philip Dorsett, incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Got 36. 36 to Mike. Go.
Now it's Carson. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
35-yard line.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And no gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that will be caught, but out of the end end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here we go, 50-50. Mike 50. I got him. Mike 50.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15.
Taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run again with Carson. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there, a 22. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This is Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Wilson on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Airing it out for Olsen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him.
but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you did.
And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Lock now on first down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
36 to Mike. Mike 36.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Seahawks.
From the gun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
35-yard line.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's going to let it go again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He was brought down
just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. No pass. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Come on. Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Check. 53's mine. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike, 53.
Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the 2nd half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Hill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Emmanuel Sanders.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Seahawks nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
After 1 second.
Seahawks, nothing.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The Saints ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. 54.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Breeze to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Green 80. Lutz 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 56.
From the shotgun, Wilson. he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And take it right on the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
38-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Was taken down by Bobby.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
You ready? Big stop.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 12.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
21. Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
7-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit. Kill.
Breeze now to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. There had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Misses away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returning it is Moore. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 53. Let's get it together, defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Mario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Down at the 31.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
For New Orleans.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On the ground, this is Kamara, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
And the Saints 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Murray. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks' 21-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Kamara. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out right, and it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A loss of about 3. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yard loss. It's 4th down.
14. 58.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 32.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 12.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The tackle made by
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
For the Saints.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Seattle, so long, everybody. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
For Denver.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wilson on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the gun, Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And that is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Let's go, dude. It's serious right here.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Seattle.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Locke. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yards. Bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Locke throwing complete here to Judy. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run it with Carson. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And who we got? Mike 36. Mike 36. Here we go. He's coming. Double up, double up. 8 Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore.
Wilson's pass.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Here's Carson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
He's checking crack.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Chopper. Chopper. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Lock shot.
Throwing again. Lock. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Again, it's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 29, Wilson looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They run for it with Carson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st down, Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
54, Greystone trap.
Now Locke again. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. This is the tight end Fant. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Turkey's the mark. Watch the run.
From the gun, Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted.
It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete. Okuegbunam. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 55 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They run again with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for... It got his man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, here's the option. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Down at the 37-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards.
Now it's Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
With the handoff.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
43-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
throw it with Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Seattle.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, 61 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Complete.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards. Throwing again here, Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. See, it didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Yeah, that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Shaquille Griffin.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Locke. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
and take a knee. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set the time, defense. Let's go. 45, 45, 45. Come on, 45. You must be true.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. So the false start will back them up 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Wilson now from the gun, he'll throw, and he's taken down back at his own 7. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
On 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Kamara trying again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
A 21-yard attempt.
And lets his kick in. The Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This is Carson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
He was brought down.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The keeper. He was brought down by Zach Horn. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Seattle.
And to give this time to the tailback. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he He's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints 3, Seahawks nothing.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll run on first down. Carson. Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made by
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Alvin Kamara.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On second down now, it's Carson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
And inches.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith there to make the grab. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second down, it's Carson. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And it brings up third down.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Wilson to throw on third down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there out of Kamara, 51 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the ground, Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Camaro. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Camaro. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Hill. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up. Out of the gun, Hill. Pressure down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jared Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malcolm Jenkins.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They begin on the ground with Camaro. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 67 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
the concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Here's Hill. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Seahawks 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's second down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. 50-50 here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
10 at their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been
satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A busy night continues for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
There on the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance, maybe play action. I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
12 yards there and a first down.
12. First down, Seattle.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
18 on the play.
And throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. On second and goal. Wilson, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Saints hands team able to win this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run the counter. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 31-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Again, it's Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A 46-yard attempt.
And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Tonight's final score.
So, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.